Hello dear students, welcome to Maitri Academy. I am Hari Krishna. In this session, we'll try to understand what is the test pattern of Accenture company and what is the syllabus and what type of questions we'll be getting in the Accenture. And basically, Accenture is conducting how many rounds to hire a student. So these details we'll try to look at in this video. Basically, if you come to the selection process of Accenture basically select a student by conducting 4 rounds. The first round is going to be the written test, and they will name it as cognitive and technical assessment. Once the student is able to clear the first round, they will be going to the second round, that is the coding round. If you are able to crack the coding round, you will be having a communication assessment as a round 3, and round 3 is not an elimination round. So round 1 and round 2 are elimination rounds. In round 3, they just want to check your communication skills. Once you are done with the round 3, there will be a HR interview. So this is what is a 4-step selection process which Accenture is following for 2025 passed out students. So let's look at in deeper what will be there in the round 1 and what type of questions you will be seeing in the round 1 and round 2 and round 3 and round 4. So if you look at the first round is cognitive and technical assessment. You are going to see 90 questions in this section and 90 minutes is the time. Overall, these 90 questions are broadly given in 2 types. One is cognitive. There is 50 questions on your aptitude and reasoning skills. And the other one is 40 technical questions are given. So this is a broad split, 50 plus 40. And there is no sections. Overall, all the 90 questions you can able to see, you can start with any question. There is no negative marking in it. So once you are done with the round 1, you will be going to the round 2, that is a coding round. In the coding round, you are going to have 2 questions, coding questions. You have to execute that and compile. So 45 minutes is the time which is given for the coding round. So if you clear the coding round, then only you will be going to the round 3. So this is a separate round which they will be conducting. That is a communication assessment. Basically, they are going to check your reading and speaking and listening skills in the communication assessment. Once you are done with the round 3, round 4 is going to be the interview round, HR interview. Basically, they will be taking it for 20-25 minutes. So that time you have to go with your updated resume and the needed certificates which you have. If you participated in any technical hackathons or something, those certificates you have to take it. So this is a 4-round process which Accenture is going to conduct. Once you are done with the HR interview, if you perform well, then you will be getting the offer letter from the Accenture. So this is what is a 4 steps process which Accenture will be doing. So now what we'll do is we'll look at the questions which are given in the real Accenture paper. What type of questions, you will be getting a clear idea on which areas you have to focus and which type of questions you will be getting in the written test in the 90 questions. Let's look at the detailed syllabus and the topics and the weightage of each and every topic which you are going to see in the examination. So if you look at, as I told you, in the round 1, you will be having cognitive test and technical test. Cognitive will be 50 questions and technical will be 40 questions. Overall, 90 questions, 90 minutes is a round 1. If you look at in deeper, in the round 1, cognitive assessment is consisting of 50 questions. Out of 50 questions which you are going to see in the examination, 17 questions are covered from English, 15 questions are covered from abstract reasoning, and 18 questions are covered from critical reasoning and problem solving. So these are the 50 questions which you are going to see. Let's look at what type of questions they will be covering and what is the syllabus in each and every module. That means English and reasoning and critical reasoning and problem solving. Let's look at the syllabus which is there under Accenture English module. So basically, Accenture is focusing on antonyms and synonyms, basic vocabulary, and you are getting the questions of reading comprehension. So they will be giving one passage. Under the passage, 3 or 4 questions they are giving, and article based questions and sentence completion, fill in the blanks type question, and sentence improvement. These are the questions which they are covering. So 17 questions, first 17 questions which you are going to see in the Accenture paper are going to be communication or English ability. So in this, broadly the weightage will be like this. So 3 to 4 questions you will be getting from antonyms and synonyms, and 3 questions from reading comprehension, and 2 to 3 questions from the sentence completion, and 2 to 3 questions from the sentence improvement, and 3 to 4 questions from the error detection. And if you look at how the questions will be look like, and this is how exactly the Accenture online test portal will be looking like. So you will be having a question palette here. So in the question palette, 1 to 90 questions will be given. So whatever is a section which you are doing, it will be displayed on here. So English ability, and you have a question, sample question on the screen. So you can't keep dash all as a pet. So you have an option choices a and the and no article. So if you can observe, you can't keep an owl as a pet. So that would be the answer choice. So answer must be an. So article based question. I randomly collected few questions just to give you a clear idea how Accenture paper is going to look like. Next, they given a question on synonyms. So what is a synonym of chivalrous? So what is a synonym of it? And we have an option choices here. So basically, chivalrous means it is behaving an honorable or polite way, especially towards the woman. So the synonyms of chivalrous is gallant and honorable and respectable and polite. So these are all synonyms of it, and out of it, in this we have gallant as one of the option. So gallant as a one of the option. So synonym of chivalrous is gallant. Next, this is another type which you can see in the English ability question. So arrange the given words in the meaningful sequence. They given family, community, member, locality, country. So what will be the logical order for it? So basically we will be having the order like this. So first member. So all members together will be a family. All the families together will be a community, and all the communities together will be a locality. All the localities together will be a country. So this is a logical sequence of it. So your answer must be, they given 1 2 3 4. So your answer must be like this: 3 1 2 4 5. 3 is a member, and 1 is family, and then community, and then locality, and then country. So you can mark the answer as 3 1 2 4 5. That's a logical sequence of it. And if you look at the antonym of subversion, so what is the antonym of it is the question. So subversion is basically troubleshooting, or we can say proactive or disloyal. So all these are the meanings of subversion, but they are asking antonym, that means opposite word they are asking. So opposite are going to be loyalty, cooperation, compliance. So here compliance option is given there. So antonym of subversion is compliance. So moving forward to the next question. So they're given this type of question. So indigent and wealthy. So which of the following will be having a similar meaning like this? So indigent means poor and wealthy means rich. So the same kind of, that means they basically connected like opposite words. So in the similar way, if you look at the option choices again, what is having the opposite words in the below, if you observe, hungry, rich, not at all linked words, but you can observe here gauche and graceful, so ugly and beautiful. So this is the opposite words. So answer must be gauche and graceful. So like that you are getting the questions. One more question based on the filling the blanks. So you and I dash the obligation. You and I dash the obligation. So subject verb argument concept. So you and I have fulfilled the obligations. So obligations means some rules. So have fulfilled will be the best suitable word. So answer must be this. So these are the type of questions which you are going to see in English ability. So all 17 questions which you are going to see in the Accenture paper from English majorly focus on repetitive questions of vocabulary, antonyms and synonyms. And reading comprehension, intentionally I didn't show that reading comprehension type question because that will be lengthy to show. It won't be sufficient to show in one slide. That is the reason. So you will be getting definitely one passage. So what is required is reading the passage comfortably and then cracking the questions. So 3 or 4 questions are given under the one passage. You spend time on passage while you are reading the passage. Skim and scan the data quickly and go to the question, connect the question to the data. So that is what is a important tip while you are doing the passages. And remaining questions are going to be very simple. So English ability in Accenture is going to be scoring subject. Only thing is, please focus on the vocabulary, antonym, synonym types, and basic analogy questions. And moving forward to the second section. What is the second section? In that is, out of the 90 questions, out of 17 will give from English, and 18 to 32, another 15 questions which you are going to see from abstract reasoning. So in the abstract reasoning, they are majorly focusing on number and letter series. So they are giving 3 to 4 questions from it, and then odd man out questions, analogies questions, coding and decoding, and visual reasoning. Especially in the visual reasoning, paper cutting, paper folding, and figure series and figure completion, these type of questions they are giving. So let's look at the weightage, especially they'll be covering from this. So 3 to 4 questions from the number and letter series, as I told you, 2 to 3 questions from odd man out, and 2 to 3 questions from analogy, 3 to 4 questions from coding, and 4 to 5 questions from the visual reasoning. Again, this module is also very, very easy module and the scoring module for the student who is writing the exam. So now if you look at the type of questions, so that you will get an idea how abstract reasoning questions will be given. So in the abstract reasoning, so they given a question like this: pulp, paper, hemp, watch. So you have to understand this is an analogy based question. So in the analogy, pulp is paper. So from the pulp we can, pulp is a raw material which will be used to produce a paper. So in the same way, hemp is used to get the rope. So answer must be rope. So similarity based or analogy based question. And let's look at the another question. This is a visual reasoning type question, and they given AB as a mirror. Which of the following will be the mirror image? You can pick the answer based on this. A, B, C, D option choices are given. So you can just look at wherever is a mirror is there, you just look at that, flip that thing, and you will be able to understand. So if you flip it along the mirror, it is going to look like this, and which of the option is looking like this will be your answer. A, no, it is not looking like this. B, no, it is not looking this arrow. And C, yes, it is looking in the same way. If you flip it, how it is going to look is a question. So answer must be option C. Mark it as option C here. And let's look at the another question. So this also number series, letter series, having good weightage. 3 to 4 questions they are giving. 4, 12, 36, 108, 324. What will be the question mark value? So if you look at this, so in this number series, you are able to see one pattern. 4, 12, 4 into 3, 12, 12 into 3, 36, 36 into 2, 3, 108, 108 into 3 is 324. So your answer must be 324 into 3. So 972 is the answer. So basically the question based on geometric progression with a common ratio of 3. So answer must be 972. You can mark the answer as 972 here. And then they given a question based on the visual reasoning again, and especially the question is from the topic of paper cutting. So they given XYZ, they folded like this, they folded like this, and finally they made two circular cuts here. If you unfold, how it is going to look like the question. So if you look at this is a figure, if you unfold it, these two cuts will be coming here. If you unfold this half paper, it is going to look like this. So your answer choice must be this. Which of the following is looking like that? Option 1 is looking like that. You can mark the answer as option 1. Let's look at one more question on abstract reasoning. Question from the topic of coding and decoding. In certain language, nature is coded as this. Then how feminine is coded in that? So you can just observe the logic available in the coding. So nature is coded as this. This is a reference they given. If you observe this, nature is coded as MASUQE. You observe alternative words are kept same. And what is happening to this? N become M. That means it is one backward. N, T become S, one backward. R become Q. So one letter is shifted backward, and next alternative words are kept as it is. Using the same logic, how the word feminine is coded is a question. So F will be shifted one letter backward, that will be E. Alternative AIE will be as it is. M will be L, and N will be M. So your answer must be EALIME. Which of the following is having that? You can mark it as answer choice. Moving forward to another question. So what is the odd one of the following? Feeling, joy, anxiety, anger. Out of these 4 option choices, which of the following will be odd one? So if you observe, joy, anger, anxiety, these are all feelings. So type of feelings, but feeling is a generic word. So feeling is going to be your odd one. So you can mark the answer choice as going to be feeling. Mark it as option A here. Moving forward to the next type of question, that is critical reasoning section. So in this section, you are going to see another 18, 17 questions. So 33 to 50, you are going to see the questions from the critical reasoning. And what is the syllabus of it? So basically under critical reasoning, they are giving the questions on statements, conclusions, arguments and assumptions, data sufficiency, syllogisms. These are critical reasoning questions. And data arrangement, so that means seating arrangement, puzzle type of questions we are getting. And in the critical reasoning syllabus, so in this is going to be little time consuming questions. So while you are solving this, so please manage the time parallelly. So in the critical reasoning, what is the topic which is taking the major weightage? If you observe, there are 7 to 8 questions given from data arrangements. Data arrangement, you are going to have 7 to 8 questions. And flow chart, you will be getting 2 or 3 questions. Data sufficiency and all critical reasoning types. Data sufficiency, arguments, assumptions, syllogisms, statement, conclusion. These are all statement types. So you will be having more time to crack the questions. So which are simple topics is critical reasoning topics are simple. That means data sufficiency, argument, conclusion, only statements will be there. You have to read and observe which of the following will be following. Conclusion 1 or conclusion 2, which statement will be sufficient and all. So which is time consuming in this section is data arrangement, the puzzle. So but the advantage here is you will be having one puzzle. Under the puzzle you will be having 5 questions. If you are able to crack one puzzle, you can able to solve all the 5 questions. So that is the reason, that is a little time consuming. You can spend time and crack all the questions. Remaining won't be time consuming questions. Data sufficiency, argument, conclusions, statements and conclusions. These are all not time consuming questions. So we'll take some sample questions and observe how exactly the questions will be given. So this is a question from the data sufficiency. So on which day of the week which day of the week was the birthday of Sandy? So you can see the statements. Sanil celebrated his birthday very next day on which Arun celebrated his birthday. So but because we don't know what is the Arun birthday date, we cannot able to say what is the birthday of this person. So statement 1 is not going to be sufficient, because exactly we have to say which day. That means it is Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, like that we have to say. So statement 1 is not sufficient. Let's look at statement number 2. The sister of Sanil was born on the 3rd day of the week. 3rd day of the week means what? Monday is the first day, 2nd day is Tuesday, and 3rd day is Wednesday. That means his sister is born on Wednesday, 2 days after Sahil was born. So after 2 days means we can able to say, so Wednesday if his sister birthday, so he will be born on after 2 days, that means Thursday or Friday. Exact answer is not required. What is required is you have to look at the statements and tell me which of the following will be sufficient. So you can definitely say first statement is not sufficient because we cannot able to figure out the day, but the second statement is definitely sufficient. You are able to figure out the day using that statement. So answer must be statement 2 is sufficient for answering the question. You can mark the answer as option 2. Moving forward to another question. So industrial revolution, which first of all started in Europe, has brought about the modern age. So the conclusions here. So disparity between rich and poor results in revolution. So revolution overhauls the society. So these are the conclusions they have given. First of all, you have to understand this is a question from the statements and conclusions. Using that statement, what we can able to conclude. So don't imagine much. So you have whatever is the data which is given in the written form, take that data properly and then decide which of the following will be a proper conclusion for it. So industrial revolution, which first of all started in Europe, has brought about the modern age. So after the industrial revolution in the Europe, so some changes has happened in the society. So modern age, so they come to the modern age. So this, what is the conclusion? Disparity between rich and poor results in the revolution. So in the question, they just talking about, they brought about the modern age. That means they are talking about the changes, but nowhere in the data they are talking about rich and poor people. So disparity between rich and poor people results in the revolution is definitely not going to be a proper conclusion as per the given statement. So that is eliminated. And if you look at this second one, so revolution overhauls the society. So what is overhauls? Revolution changed the society. Yes, obviously the change was happened. So that is what they mentioned. It has brought about the modern age. So overall the society should be a proper conclusion. So you can mark the answer conclusion 2 follows. So like that they given the questions based on the critical reasoning. So once you are done with the 50 questions of this cognitive assessment, then in the inside the 90 questions only, you will be seeing another 40 questions which are given from the technical stuff. So technical questions, 12 questions are given from the common applications of MS Office, and 18 questions are given from pseudocode, and 10 questions are given from network security and cloud. So as per my analysis, what I suggest to the student is, out of these 40 questions, 18 questions of pseudocode will be little challenging. You have to spend time there to understand the code and execution of the code, which will be the output and all. So remaining 12 questions and 10 questions which are coming from the common applications of MS Office and network security and cloud, these two type of questions are going to be very easy, and mostly theory questions you will be seeing here. So we'll look at how the questions, what is the weightage and how the questions are given, so that you will get a clear clarity how the 90 questions will look like in the Accenture written examination. So if you look at the applications, so common applications of MS Office, the first type, so you will be seeing 41 to 52 questions from the MS Office, and mostly they are going to ask the questions on MS Office and shortcut keys and command prompt. So basic theory questions they will be asking. Let's look at how actually the questions are given. So if you observe here, common applications on the MS Office, they given a question: computer manipulate the data in many ways, and this manipulation is called upgrading, processing, batching and utilizing. So what will be the correct answer choice? So manipulating the data in many ways, this manipulation is called what? Processing the data. So answer must be processing. You can mark the answer as option B here. Let's look at another type. So they given a question, another theory question: code consisting of lines of varying width or length that computer readable are known as. So codes consisting of lines of varying width or length that computer readable is known as. So the code consisting of lines of varying width and length that are computer readable known as barcode. So these like lines and varying width, so you can observe these are the lines, width is changing. So we know how the barcode, if we look at go to any supermarket, you will be seeing the barcode scanner. So as soon as they scan the product, they will be able to understand what is the price, any discount and all those things. So these barcodes can be read especially from the optical scanner. Those are nothing but barcode readers. So codes consisting of lines and varying width are called as barcodes. It's a basic question, everyone can easily solve. So you can understand these are very simple questions. You can just prepare for few basic computer MS Office, you can definitely able to crack this questions. So next, one more sample question, codes. So answer must be barcode. One more sample question. So by default, Word automatically formats each heading in the table of contents as. So this is a word based question. So by default, Word automatically formats the each heading in the table of content is called hyperlinks in the MS Word. So answer must be hyperlinks. So very basic questions you will be getting from the MS Office common application. So after this, you are having 18 questions. The major challenging in the technical part is going to be the pseudocode. So here they will be giving a questions on arrays and functions, looping, programming fundamentals. So they will bitwise operators, especially bitwise operators. So these type of questions you are getting. So look at how the questions are given. So I'm just showing the questions. So they're given a code here. So which of the following will be the output of the code? So what will be the output of the following C function? So they given the question like this: hash include std.h. So you can just look at the code and which of the following will be the output of it. So void reverse int I. So they given a function as int I, return reverse I plus plus comma I. So I, they have given two variables here, but in the function they given only one variable. So definitely compile error you are going to see. So what will be the output? Pseudocode based question they given. And another one, so they given a switch case. So which of the following will be the output? So because you are able to see after every case 60, case 70, case 80, so they given this, it automatically terminates. So obviously it is going to take the default grade is E, option must be E. And another pseudocode question. So this is a basic theory question. So in dash, the bodies of two looping are merged together to form a single loop, providing that they do not make any references with each other. This is called loop concatenation. So answer must be option C. So like that they will be giving from the pseudocode. Pseudocode is very important, major part in it in your technical is pseudocode only. Prepare well for pseudocode questions. And last 10 questions out of 90 you are going to see from the network security and clouds syllabus. So from this you will be getting 10 theory questions. So simple questions only. Again, theory questions, very easy, you can easily crack. A technique in which a program attacks a network by exploiting IP broadcast addressing operation is. So what is this technique is called as? So basically this technique is called as smurfing. So you can just mark the answer as smurfing. So like that you will be having the questions from the Accenture paper. So hope you understand how the 90 questions will be look like in the Accenture paper. So first 50 are going to be cognitive assessment, next 40 are technical. In the first 50 you will be seeing English questions, reasoning questions, critical reasoning questions. And major challenging part in this is focus on the puzzles, seating arrangement puzzles, and very easy questions. First you prepare the easy modules, odd man out, analogy, coding and decoding, visual reasoning, and at the same time number series, letter series. Those are very easy. And even English also easy, focus on synonyms. And in the critical reasoning, focus on the seating arrangement puzzles. And other simple topics are there: data sufficiency, syllogism, statement conclusions, assertions, reasons. Those are very simple. Do some practice so that you will be feeling very comfortable of solving them. And if you need any particular series of any some videos, you can comment below so I can make the videos based on that particular topic. And moving forward with the next, so once you are done with the 90 questions of this, then you are going to see this pop up. So thanks for attending the test, congratulations, you are eligible for the next test. See, if you are not performing well in the first, you cannot able to go to the next coding test. So this is going to be the available for the student who performed well in the 90 questions. So take me to the next text. If you go to the next next test is going to be the second round, that is a coding round. So overall you will be seeing two questions and they given 45 minutes for it, and it's going to be very simple. So you can just look at, basically they'll be focusing on this strings, reverse of strings, and arrays. So in out of the array we just need one element, or loops and flow control, input output, this type of questions. So I have to compile the program. So you can use any one of the language, Python, C++, Java, as per your convenience. So you can change that. So this is a one question which they given. So in the coding round, so write a program in Python to take the string input and reverse the inputted string in Python using the loop. So basic question, you can type that and compile. You will be getting the output. And you can go to the second question. The second question is given like this: write a program to input a list of size n and find a element from the list. So if you found, print that as element founded, otherwise print element is not founded. So there is an array. So you can just use that and make the answer choice. Okay, so you have to write the code relevant to that. Very simple, not a difficult. So not a difficult questions we are getting here. So if you are able to compile both, then you will be able to see the next round. This won't be included in the first two rounds. So once you are done with the first two rounds, they will be conducting the third round separately. It is a communication assessment. Basically in the communication assessment they are going to check the reading skills. So you have to sometimes, whatever is a sentence which they are saying, you have to repeat that sentence, and you have to listen and then repeat. So listening skills they will be checking, and speaking skills, and they'll be telling a story, and based on that story they'll be asking some questions. You have to listen carefully what are the words they are using, and the speaking. So these are all they are going to check, and reading also. These are all the things which they are going to check. But the advantage here is this is not an elimination round. Just 20 minutes they'll be having this round just to check your word style, accent and all. So next, moving forward to the last round, and once you reach to this you almost get into the job. Only thing is your attitude and your resume, what your resume, how you build your resume, and at the same time the confidence which you have while you are giving the answers of tell me about yourself. So generally HRs don't lie with the HRs, so give a proper answer choices. Whatever is a thing which is required, give me that sufficient answer, that will be enough. So this is an interview round which will happen for 25 minutes. So once you are done with that, then finally you will be getting the job offer. So this is a process how Accenture is going to hire the people. This is the latest test pattern of 2024 to 25. Prepare well. So I have given a complete idea how the paper will look like. Go through the video once again and observe what are the important areas and observe what is the weightage. And if you need any videos of a particular topic, you can comment below. I can make a series of videos on the Accenture. So thank you so much. All the best for your exam.